video, want to look at how to produce or to create a customer report, which basically shows the transaction date, the transaction type, the transaction amount, and the balance, right? So for us to get started, you come to reports. So you click on reports, then you come to customers and receivables. Then from there on, you go to customer balance detail. So you click on customer balance detail. When you click on customer balance detail, the system will take you to this window, right? Then on this window, you now have to customize this report. And for you to do the customization, you come here and click on customization. So let's say probably our report was looking like this. Let's say probably it was looking like this. So it had much detail, it had this transaction number, it had this type, last entered and last modified by, and so on, and all these details. So basically we would want to see fewer details, like probably we want to see the transaction date, right? We want to see this date, which is the transaction date. Then we would probably want to see the invoice number, like in this case, this number is the invoice number. Then probably we would want to see the amount and the balance without all these other details. So for us to come up with that report, we just have to come up to customize report. So you click on customize report. When you click on customize report, you are given this window, modify report, customer balance detail. Then on the display tab, that's where you do your customization. So here, like in this case, it's just showing all dates. So if you want to view particular dates, you come here, you select from, let's say probably I want to select from today's off. Let me probably select from even from 1 March. I could select from 1 March up to 12 March. So I set this as the custom date. Then I come here on the column filters. You see, I can search for a column, but basically now I want to see certain columns. So I'm going to remove certain things, like this left margin. Probably I don't want it, so I just take it off. Transaction number, I take it off. Then type I leave it there. Post type, it has to do with showing the transaction type, whether it's an invoice or it's a payment. You see here under type. See, so I leave type ticked there, right? So as you can see, if I take off a tick, it means that item won't appear on this report. This is what it means. So if this item, like the transaction number, if it was there on this report, once I take off the tick, like what I've done there, it means when I refresh, when I say okay, it won't be there. Then type, I want it entered / last modified, I don't want it, right? Last modified, I don't want it. But then the transaction date, I want it, so I leave the tick there. This is the transaction date. I want it so that I see when the transaction was done, right? Then the number, this is the sort of the reference number, like an invoice number or a payment number, which is here. So this one, I would also want it to see the invoice number. So I leave the tick there. Then I continue scrolling down and see other items which are ticked, which I may not require to appear on this report. I've got an account. Account is this one, which basically shows accounts receivable. I may not want to see this as it doesn't add value to my report, so I take it off. Then again, I continue scrolling down to see if there are other items which are ticked, which I don't want. Then I've got amount. Amount, I want it ticked as well as balance. These are the two columns. So I've got the amount column, I want it, and I've got the balance column. I would also want to see the balance sitting on that customer account. So I continue scrolling down and until I get to the bottom. I just want to check if there are any other items which are ticked. So if there are no other items which are ticked, it means I am okay with the customization of my report. So I click on OK, right? When I click OK, you'll find my report now is changed. It now shows per client. This is the customer or the client. Then this is the invoice that we did. This is the invoice date. This is the invoice number. Then this is the amount. Then this is the balance, right? So you can see now this report now shows customer by customer, and it now shows the transaction type, the date, the reference number, the amount, and the balance. So basically this is a customized report. Once I have done this report, for me not to continuously like do the customization each time, I would then memorize this report. So how do I memorize it? I come here, I click on memorize. When I click on memorize, you'd see the system will bring up the memorize report window. Then it gives a name, customer, balance detail. If I want to change this name, I can change it to whatever description which I want. But if I don't mind, I could just leave this title. Then here I can save this in a memorized group, memorized report group if I want, by ticking here. If I don't want, I don't have to. Then I can also share this report template with others. If I want, I could just tick there so that I can share this template. If I don't want, I just remove the tick. Then I click on OK. Right. So what it means now, I've got this report. I can print this report to Excel. I can print a hard copy of this report. I can email this report if I want to. So I've got these choices: send it to Excel, email it, or print it. If I was to send it to Excel, I could just click there, then you click on create new worksheet. When I click on create new worksheet, you'd find the system will create a new worksheet for this report. Then from there onwards, I can edit from Excel. So you can see here, send report to Excel, create new workbook in a new workbook. Then if I want, I could just click on export. What this does is the report is printed to Excel. Then I can edit the report from there, or do whatever I want, analyze from Excel if I want. So I just have to wait basically for the system to export to Excel. So from Excel, you can do a lot of things. So besides exporting to Excel, we can also email, we can also print the report. So this is how you produce this report. So basically that's it. So next time when you want to access or to find this report, you no longer have to go through via reports like what we did initially, customers and receivables, any customer balance detail. This is what you did initially. But once you have done what you did, you no longer have to go through this. The next time you want to find this report, you just come to reports. So you come to reports, then you come to memorize the reports. Then from there onwards, you look for the report that we memorized, which is customer balance detail. So once you find it, you just click on that report. You'll find automatically the report will come up, right? So this will be your report. What you can do now, if you want, is just to change the dates. Probably you want to now view from 2 March, maybe up to 21 March, depending on the date parameter that you want to select. You just select that date parameter, and once you are happy, you just refresh. So it will show you, including the new transactions you want included as per the date that you selected. So basically that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in next videos. Thank you.